Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about why you don't need calluses to play guitar. So I'm sure a good number of you out there are very proud of the calluses that you've developed over the past several years or decades, and you're just from playing guitar a lot. But you don't need those things. If you want to keep them, by all means, go for it, enjoy that. But there's a couple reasons why you don't need them. Number one is your guitar probably needs a good setup. Take it to Dream Guitars, stop in and let them help you out. Take it to a good repair person who can set up the guitar so that it's easy to play and sounds good, but isn't a ridiculous thing. I have a lot of students that come in for lessons who bring in the guitar that's been sitting in the closet for 15 years. And the action is a mile off the fretboard, and the strings are rusted, and they wonder why they can't learn how to play because they've been pressing down so hard. You just don't need that. Get your guitar set up. Okay, but then once you get your guitar set up, people still get calluses. So most people who are beginning don't apply pressure to the string in the right amount. People push way, way too hard, and it's because they're not directing their pressure correctly, and so they overcompensate by crushing the string. And you just can't play for very long like that, and it always looks like you're struggling. So, you can see I don't really have calluses. My fingers are probably a little harder than most non-guitarists, but I don't know if you can see from this angle, but my skin is pretty pliable and soft right there on the tips, just like most people's. Maybe it's a little dry because it's winter time right now around the edges, but I want to give you an exercise today that's going to help you learn to direct your pressure and help you play for longer with less stress. So this is called a buzz scale. This comes from the classical guitar world, and a lot of Suzuki guitar teachers teach this to their young kids. I'm a Suzuki guitar teacher. If you know any families with young children, I highly recommend that they go and take Suzuki guitar lessons. You can look that up you can look up teachers on the Suzuki of the Americas website. But this is called the buzz scale exercise. So there are three types of sounds you can get from a string. So if you just hold down the string without pressing, we call this a thud. Just thud. There's nothing there. It's really easy to get a thud. You just touch the string without pushing down. And then everybody works towards getting what we call a bell tone. This is when you press with enough pressure to get the note to ring. But right in between those tones is a sound called, what you can think of as a buzz. And I'm pushing just hard enough to get a buzz, but not hard enough to get a bell tone. And it's really ugly. And it's supposed to be ugly. But it's very hard to push at that amount of pressure to get that, because it's real easy to get the thud. You about need, no pressure at all. And then to get the bell tone, you can push as hard as you want, but right in between those two is the buzz. And where you want to be when you're playing a piece is right above the buzz. So what you can do is choose any spot on your guitar and just start with a thud and then just add enough pressure to where it sounds ugly. Play that sound 4 times and then just add enough pressure to get a bell. All right, then the next finger. That's so nice. And so on. You do all 4 fingers. If it's not ugly, you're not doing it right. And you can do this any spot on the neck, any string. I recommend that you don't think too hard about whatever scale it is that you're playing. I just like a little 4-note chromatic. Anywhere on the neck, you can do it above the body. And this is a meditation as much as it is an exercise. Just by sitting and enjoying that buzzed tone, then adding just enough pressure. And this meditation, this exercise, will transfer into your playing so that you're not crushing the strings. And so if you're playing a more extended piece of music that lasts for 2 minutes or 10 minutes, you won't tire out as easily because you're only using the necessary pressure. And thus, you may not develop calluses. Now, some of you are going to say, well, he's a nylon string player. There's no reason that he should have calluses. Well, I play steel strings all day long when I teach lessons. I teach lessons nearly 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I would have calluses if I pressed too hard. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. I hope that this is enjoyable, and maybe it's controversial. I don't know. Enjoy.